So, members, we are going to see how do we handle curve sketching 1. Curve sketching 1 is one of the applications of differentiation. Now, the steps forward are, we get the intercepts, we have two intercepts, the x-axis intercept and y-axis intercept. We get also the behavior of the curve, we get the turning points, and their nature. I have seen how we get the nature of turning points, then we sketch the curve. So in the examples, we have sketched this curve. The curve is here. So start by getting the intercepts. So I start with the y-axis intercept. At y-axis, we know that orange x is 0. And if x is 0, when I put here 0, I have y equal to 5 squared, and starting we shall be having 5. Our y is 5. Hence the point will be 0, the x coordinate, and the y coordinate, which is 5. Then we come to the x-axis intercept. At the x-axis, we know that y is 0. If y is 0, we put here 0, we have 0 equaling 5 minus x squared. And you can factorize this into 5 minus x into x plus 1. And if you solve this, you see that x is 5 or x is negative 1. Hence the points are the x is 5, the y was 0, or the x is negative 1, the y was a 0. So these are our intercepts. Now we come to what we call the behavior of the curve. So when I come to the behavior, so behavior refers to two things. As x tends to a positive infinity, what do you mean when x is tending to big values of positive x, when the x coordinates are big? What is the value of y? So if we have the y here, you know that our y is 5 plus 4x minus x squared. So it's that when we put here an infinity positive, it's that the bigger thing, if you have something big and square it, we are going to be having something big. So something big minus a negative is going to be negative something big. So that as x tends something positive, something big, even y will tend now to a negative something big, like that. Now, as x tends to a negative infinity, what will I be? Because I'm going to put here a square, so we'll be having negative something big. So even y here will tend to negative something big. So it's a positive, so this is big, but something is squared, it will be bigger. So this will be the overall will be negative. That's why y will be negative. But because we have squared it, so we will be having a positive minus to give me still a negative, the biggest. So that's the behavior, that's how we check the behavior. Then we come to turning points. Turning points now, we differentiate y. So start my y, we equal to 5 plus 4x minus x squared. Here when I differentiate, I get the y, the x will be, so we are having 4 minus 2x. But we know that at turning points, always our the y and x is equal to 0 at turning points. When I equate this to 0, so that my 0 will be, that from here my x will be 2. Now if you have this as 2, we need the corresponding value of y. So at this I come here and I said my y will be 5 plus 4 into 2 minus 2 squared. This will be 8 plus 5, that's 13 minus 4, that will be 9. So my y will be 9. Hence the point is going to be 2, 9. This is the turning point. Right now I need to test its nature. We said you can use two methods, either the second derivative test or the table. But allow me to use the second derivative test. In the next example, I'm going to use the table. So from here, I start my now using the nature of the turning point. So the nature of the turning point, I differentiate this the second time, so that our dy dx was 4 minus 2x. If I differentiate this the second time, so that I have this squared y, dx squared equal to negative 2. And we said if it's negative 2, it means that's less than 0. And if less than 0, we say now it's going to give us a maximum. So meaning that the point 2 at turning point 2, 9 is the maximum or the maximum point. So that's how we do the first step. Now the next step is to sketch the curve. Using the second derivative test, I think we saw that video. If it's positive, then it will be a minimum. But in simple terms, anyway, I want that later. Let us now see how we sketch. Now to sketch, you need to see that the values you have are, you have x is equal to 2, you have 5 negative ones. So on the x-axis, I'm going to use something. You get your ruler, you draw these axes up and also down like this. Now, you see, I'm going to use say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. This is my x-axis. Then the side, negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, negative 4. So the biggest value here on the y-axis, I'm seeing that I have 9. I can use now a scale of 2. So if this one is 2, this one will be 4, this one will be 6. I'll be adding 8 there, and I'll be adding 10 there. So now, you just look at the coordinates you have and you decide the scale. Here I'm using 1, 1, here I'm using the scale of 2, 2 on the y-axis because it's a sketch. Now we start plotting. I start by plotting the intercepts. The intercepts are the first one 0, 5. So that 5 is going to be in the middle of 4 and 6. So my 5 is here. So this is the point 0, 5. Then I come to the next 5, 0. 5, 0 is here. I put this is 5, 0. Then negative 1, 0. It's somewhere here. Negative 1, 0. We start by plotting the intercepts. Now, so that I also plot the maximum point, which is 2, 9, 2. Then 9 is somewhere here in between 8 and 10. That's why I have the 9. Then my 2 is there. So I put this, that this one is going to be my maximum. This is the point 2, 9. So now we start by, and then we sketch. Now we have seen that as x tends to a negative infinity, now we start, these are the negative values of y which I think are big this side. Y will tend to negative. Now y to be negative, these are the values of y. So as I go to negative values of x, as I go to negative values of x, y will go to negative values of y. So that as I go this side, y will go down because these are the negative values of y. So that's why this one is going to be like this. When I go this side, y for it is going down the negative. Now from there, so this is my intercept. So then I continue like this. I put my intercept there. Then instead I have a turning point there. Like that, it's a turning point which is maxima. I think that is maxima. Then as y and as x are turning to big values of positive, as the x tends to big positive values of x, y will be turning to negative. That's why instead the curve here is decreasing. So by the y intercept here, it will come like that. Then continues. Then after, remember this is our curve. 5 plus 4 x minus x squared. So members, that's how we look at sketching 1. I wish you the best ways for the next example when we are going to when we have a point of reflection and a minimum. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel.